What if I told you that there are beatboxers who are currently gaining millions of followers on social media? No, I'm not talking about this guy or this guy. Though, to be fair, one of his beats is used a lot by some of these creators. I'm talking about these guys. And when I say millions, I'm not joking. For example, TylaDubya has gained over 3 million subscribers in 5 months, Darnie has gained over 6 million subscribers in 6 months, and Jacob has amassed 26 million on YouTube and almost 20 million on TikTok. And they're not the only ones. Many other beatboxers have been able to achieve similar success on their own platforms. So at this point, you're probably wondering, how? Well, the answer is simple: short form content. But it's not just short form content. There's something about their videos and overall content strategy that makes them so successful. And that is what we are going to figure out today. So strap on some goggles and take a deep breath, because we are diving right into the deep end of beatboxing shorts. Alright, so to figure out why these shorts work so well, I have to analyze a bunch of them to look for patterns and common themes. Once I find them, the plan is to then try them out on my own short form content to see if I can replicate the success of these large creators. To start, let's go ahead and take a look at Beatbox Clim, a creator who has managed to gain almost 3.5 million followers in 6 months. So let's check out his most popular shorts to give us an idea of what has done well for him. Whatever this money concept is has done consistently well. Let's see what they're all about.
Cool.
Okay, alright, I think I get the concept. Let's go ahead and back up to the beginning though, so I can point out something that I think is going to be pretty consistent throughout all of these videos. So at the start of the video, there are multiple visual and audio hooks. If you aren't familiar, a hook is something that is used to grab and maintain the viewer's attention, making them want to continue watching the video. Now, hooks are not unique to beatboxing content. They're basically used in all successful short form videos, and that's because you really only have about 1 second to grab the viewer's attention before they scroll past your video. In this video, I clocked about 5 visual and 2 audio hooks. I'm gonna play it again, see if you can see them before I point them out.
Cool.
Did you spot them? Let's find out. So, as soon as the video starts, we already have 4 visual hooks. There are the 3 stacks of money that have sticky notes with different times on them, and the timer. We then immediately get a dual visual and audio hook when Mighty says go, followed by the final audio hook when Clim starts beatboxing. With these 7 hooks, the viewer instantly understands the concept of the video and will continue to watch to see if he can beatbox long enough to get that stack of money.
Cool. I'm sorry.
I like that. That was a fun idea. I specifically like that twist at the end. Not only was it creative, but I also think it played a role in why this video did so well. It's a concept I've seen before, where at the end of a video, the creator will add something crazy, shocking, or abrupt to encourage the viewer to rewatch the video just to see that part again. If people watch again, that puts the average view percentage over 100%, and well, increases overall watch time. Also, by doing something crazy at the end, it gives the viewer something to comment about, thus boosting overall engagement. This is something Clim has done in almost all of his money game videos, and honestly might be one of the reasons why they have performed so well, since the algorithm tends to favor higher watch time and engagement. Alright, that's enough of this video. Let's go ahead and watch some more.
One eternity later.
That's enough. I've watched too much, but I think I now understand why these videos do so well. For starters, a majority of these videos are not made for beatboxers, but rather the general public, which is smart and probably one of the reasons why they're growing so fast, because they're appealing to the entire world rather than just beatboxers. They accomplish this by producing concepts that the general public can relate to and understand, like recreating sound effects or beatboxing emojis. There were a lot of beatboxing emoji videos, like a lot. I will definitely be filming one of those. Another thing I saw a lot of was collaborations. Many of these big creators work together to produce their shorts, which has always been a great way to cross-promote and grow an audience. Going back to the first thing I noticed about the Beatbox money game video, remember, the hooks? Consistent throughout almost all of the videos. For example, TylaDubya has a pass or fail series where they start off the video with,
"Yo, try this."
So within the first second, you already see everyone involved, a quick zoom to the main subject saying try this with bright yellow text, and you're left wondering, what are they trying and why is there a hammer? In other videos, the hooks were as simple as having a line of emojis at the top with an arrow pointing to the first one, letting the viewer know that they are going to beatbox each emoji, hopefully maintaining their interest until the very last one. Basically, everyone's attention span is abysmal, so as a creator, you have to edit in a way that will keep them hooked for the entirety of your video. The other concept that I noted earlier that appeared in a majority of popular videos was the addition of something crazy or shocking at the end. This manifested in many different ways. For example, Darnie took the approach of adding some crazy editing at the end of his videos, where Jacob added an abrupt slap, and Klim, well, he committed murder and grand larceny. Just kidding. But these endings definitely encouraged comments, and I don't have the stats for it, but most likely increased watch time. The last common theme that I saw in a lot of these videos was faking it. Whether they did that by downplaying their beatboxing skill, using dramatic irony in a sketch, or faking sound effects. The thing is, it's all on purpose and a part of the game to boost engagement by getting people to comment whether it's real or fake. I mean, Jacob has literally built his brand on real versus fake and has merch dedicated to it. But probably the most important thing that I learned from all of this is the frequency and consistency of their uploads. This is the key element to their content strategy, as almost all of these creators are uploading every day, and Beatboxers is even uploading up to 3 times a day. The thing you have to understand is that with short form content, each video you put out there gets tossed into the algorithm and has the potential to show up on somebody else's feed. Therefore, the more content you release, the more opportunities you create for people to discover your content and follow you. Alright, with all this in mind, I think it's time I create some of my own content, implementing these strategies to see if I can even replicate a bit of their success. So, the plan is to upload once a day, Monday through Friday, for 2 weeks for a total of 10 videos. All of these will be posted to my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm gonna model a majority of these videos after some of the most popular beatboxing shorts, all while putting my own spin on them. For the others, since I don't have any creators to work with, I'm going to react to some of the most popular beatbox challenge videos and take on the challenges myself. With that said, let's make some content. To start, I have to make a cactus video. I've seen these things everywhere. It would be a crime not to make my own. I'm going to format mine like Jacob's most popular cactus video, doing my own beats, but recreating the slap at the end since it's a funny, abrupt ending that a lot of people commented about. Next, I have to do an emoji video. There were a lot of successful examples out there, but my favorite was by Cobley, who instead of doing individual clips for each emoji, he did one continuous clip as he beatboxed each of them, which I feel is a bit more impressive even if it takes more effort. Do you know what takes less effort? Reactions. So for the next 4 videos, since I don't have anyone to collaborate with, I'm gonna try the challenges other beatboxers have done and use a piece of their original video as the hook, watch a small portion of it, try it myself, then end with some crazy editing like they do. Speaking of crazy editing, when I first saw Darnie's edits, I was scared because I use DaVinci Resolve, and to do what he's doing would take tracking, keying, and way too much effort for daily shorts. After looking into it though, I realized he uses CapCut, and there it's a simple drag and drop. The more you know. You want to know something else? I convinced people to film with me. Now I get to film 2 pass or fail videos like Beatboxers, formatted the same, but with some fun editing at the end to hopefully encourage people to comment and rewatch. Next, the beatbox money game. There's really nothing to explain here since we already talked about this concept, but for the ending, I decided to combine a couple of shocking endings that Klim has done. For the final video, I'm gonna do a play on Jacob's best beatbox reactions concept. In these videos, he recreates sound effects, after which people go crazy behind him. Now, I don't have hype backup dancers, so I plan to do the exact opposite and have the most boring and worst reactions of all time.
Can you guys shut the up?
When watching his videos, it's tough to tell sometimes if his sound effects are real or fake, hence his branding. So I took one of his videos into Resolve to look at the waveform, and it almost looks like he puts the original sound on top of his sound effect, but I'm not sure. Regardless, it sounds fun, so I'm gonna do that for this paper rip to make it sound extra crispy. I also had to fix his bottle pop since the original sounded like so I had to take one of my beatboxing pops and pitch it down a bit. Will people pick up on it and call me out in the comments? I hope so, but we'll see. Now that all 10 videos are done, the only thing left to do is post them and wait to see how they perform. Welcome to You Cringe You Lose, the game show where if you cringe, you lose. Contestant, we have our first video queued up and ready to go. Are you ready? Sure? All right, you guys heard him. Let's begin.
3, 2, 1, go!
And you lose, man. man, it just wasn't very good, but maybe you'll get them next time. Thank you all for watching today's episode of You Cringe, You Lose. Maybe our contestant won't suck next time. All right, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Did the shorts blow up and make me famous? No, but most of them actually performed pretty well, which led to some growth. For statistical purposes, we're only going to look at the last month, more specifically December 4th to January 4th, and they will be calculated as an average across social media platforms. Let's start with the worst performing videos, the reactions. This one honestly shocked me. I figured by piggybacking off the fame of other creators, the videos would garner more views, but sadly no. Though they did have some of the higher engagement rates out of the bunch. When I talk about engagement, I'm referring to all of the comments, likes, dislikes, shares, and saves that a video has. The engagement rate is the total number of engagements divided by total views multiplied by 100. What this means is that on average, a viewer will engage with the video X% of the time, and in theory, the higher engagement rate, the better. Up next, we have the pass or fail videos modeled after Beat Pella House's concept. The one I filmed with my brother performed about as well as the reactions, while the one I filmed with everybody else did much better. I'm guessing that because the video with everybody was one quick round, it had better retention, while the video with my brother was multiple rounds, so people might not have stuck around as long. On average, these videos didn't get as many views as I hoped, but they had some of the best engagement rates and were fun to produce. Flip that and you get the emoji and cactus videos where the engagement rates were much lower, but average views were much higher. And at the very top are the beatbox money game and the worst beatbox reactions ever. Both videos have the highest average view counts, but also have some of the lowest engagement rates. So for me, it seems that the sketch videos got significantly more views than the reaction content, and for the most part, the reaction videos had much higher engagement rates than the sketch content. The goal is to achieve both, but when it comes to content creation, it's all personal preference on what you value and want to achieve more. So I think it's about time for my final thoughts. Well, after looking at all the numbers for the content I made, I honestly believe that if I was to continue making daily content like that, I would start to see significant growth. Though, if I was to continue, I wouldn't make those exact video concepts since they were modeled after other people's work and I would like to come up with my own ideas. Except the emoji concept, everybody does those. Going back to the tricks we learned from analyzing their videos, I believe they helped and are things you should consider when creating your own content. The most important being visual and audio hooks, since they are used throughout the industry to grab and maintain attention and should definitely be utilized when creating videos. When it comes to doing something crazy or unexpected at the end, or even faking something in your video, I think if it fits the vibe, go for it, as they are tactics to help increase watch time and engagement. Just make sure not to go off the deep end with it. Regardless, it's clear that by consistently posting daily short-form videos, you can create an opportunity for yourself to grow your social media accounts. All of these beatboxers saw massive growth over the last 6 months, and although that growth is slowing down a bit, their stats are nothing to scoff at. So moving forward, I want to continue posting short-form content while exploring different ways to showcase beatboxing in formats that the general public will enjoy. And hopefully I will see some beatboxing shorts from you guys as well. Stay hydrated, my friends. Did that just turn off? For real? On the final take.